This is my everyday carry backpack, and this is what I bring with me everywhere I go, because 9 times out of 10 I've got an edit that needs to be done, regardless of if I am traveling, flying to a new city, or I'm literally just taking my kid to a baseball game. This is everything I keep in my tech bag so I can stay productive no matter where I'm at. So let's kick things off with the bag itself. Now, this bag is from a company called Wander, and this is actually my second bag I've gotten from them. And what I love about this bag is, first off, this roll top up here. It allows me to store so much more in the actual bag itself, like an extra jacket or extra pair of clothes, depending on where I'm going. I can just kind of shove that in at the top. The other thing that I love is on the side here, there is this water bottle holder, but I can also double it and use it for a tripod. So that's actually something else that makes this bag super unique. And that is that it can be a tech bag, which is the way that I typically use it, but it can also be a camera bag. I have a camera insert that I can add to this bag and literally turn the bag into a photography backpack. Originally, when I came out here to do this video, it was not nearly this hot, but the show must go on. Now, up here in the top section is where I actually keep my Ray-Ban glasses, which I'm actually gonna probably throw on for the rest of this video. And these are not just the normal Ray-Bans, these are the Meta Ray-Bans. I've been absolutely loving these for capturing those quick moments, especially when my hands are full. I love to use them when I travel, but the versions that I chose to go with are the transition lenses, and so we'll actually probably see that happen in real time here. And so they'll basically become sunglasses for the rest of this video. But pretty much I love how versatile they are. I'll use them to listen to music, obviously capture quick clips here and there, but it's just a really solid pair of sunglasses, and they're nice to just kind of sort of keep in the bag here. But now let's actually get into the bag. Right here at the top is quick access to my laptop. And this is where most of the work sort of starts for me on the go. I have a MacBook M1 Pro Max chip, I think is what it is, whatever the most expensive one was at the time. I fully maxed this computer out, and I'm so glad I did, because I still have not felt the need to upgrade. The other thing that I've added on here is something called a slip drive. Now, I can just literally put one of my hard drives in here, and I can have that directly connected to the MacBook, run a short USB-C cable into the MacBook, and then I can start working off of those hard drives. Speaking of those hard drives, also, right next to where I keep my laptop is where I keep my current 2 working drives. So I normally have 2 working drives at any given time, just because I'm normally working on a few projects at once. But these are both the Samsung T7 Shields, and they're both 2 terabytes. Actually, that's a lie. This one's 2 terabytes, this one's 4 terabytes. And what I love about having these drives is, one, if you catch them on sale on Amazon, you can get them for fairly inexpensive. But the other nice thing about them is they're super reliable and they're incredibly fast. So I edit off these drives all the time. How you doing? Now, yes, I am also one of those guys who loves to have a laptop, but I also keep an iPad with me. And this is the latest iPad Pro. I had my last one for, gosh, I want to say like 4 or 5 years without upgrading. But with this one, it was absolutely time. The one I had before wasn't even an M series. So now I have all the newest features, including the new Apple Pencil. There are freaking wasps around me. There is a wasp. Bro, it is so hot. Why did I choose to shoot this outside? This was a terrible idea. Now, the next item is actually something that's new to my kit, and is actually courtesy of today's video sponsor, Logitech, and this is the new MX Creator Console. Now, this is a portable-esque, I mean, I use it portably, but I don't know, you could absolutely use this on your desk as well. But this actually allows you to be way more creative when using professional apps. So I actually keep it in this cord bag here, because you'll notice that I actually like to keep everything sort of segmented out to make it easier to find when I'm looking for it. And this thing is absolutely amazing. What it allows you to do is sort of program these buttons to do almost anything on your computer. You can use it to actually launch applications, but you can also use it in the way that I personally prefer to use it, is to actually allow certain processes within your editing pipeline to happen faster. Like if you want to go ahead and apply a certain effect, you can assign it to one of these mappable buttons. But where it actually comes in handy the most is when you sort of pair it with this dial, which is the MX Creative Dial Pad. You can absolutely make a lot of adjustments. One of the things that I've been using it for mostly is for color grading. grading. I personally love tactile buttons when it comes to color grading. And so being able to sort of travel with this, I can literally sort of turn this knob here and actually apply certain effects much more easily. Now this guy works off of 2 AAA batteries, and then this guy directly gets power and connects to your laptop via USB-C. And what I love is that you don't actually have to use both of them at the same time. You can actually connect them both independently and use them however you need to. And because it's so simple to program, you can really customize them and get them working however you personally need to. What's also nice is that the MX Creator keypad actually comes with this little stand, so you can literally have it standing up. And so whenever you're editing, you can just simply reach over and grab it and tap, and it's super reliable and it works just great. Now this next item, I'm actually really happy that Logitech sent out, and that is this new Logitech MX Keys S, but for the Mac. Now I like to keep this in my bag because personally I love numerical keyboards and I like the bigger field, and especially when I'm traveling and editing, having a full-size keyboard actually makes the work process much easier. As much as a laptop is super helpful when traveling, when you're just like on the plane and you got to get some work done, when I can set up in a hotel or in a space and be able to work off an actual keyboard and use a real keyboard and mouse, that is when I'm going to be the most productive. And so I have found it's worth it to just throw this in my bag and have it with me almost at all times. Whew, it is getting steamy out here. All right, so the next bag I have within my bag is this Peak Design in collaboration with Angelbird travel tech bag. And really, I just use this to house a lot of the smaller accessories that would honestly just get lost in this bag if I just sort of dumped them all in here. And so one of the other things, as I mentioned earlier with the keyboard, is having a real mouse. And I know a lot of you guys roasted me because I like to use the Apple mouse typically, but I have switched over to using this MX Master 3S, and yeah, you're right. Okay, the ergonomics are really great. I didn't realize how bad the ergonomics were on the Apple mouse until I actually went to using a real mouse, and having these mappable and customizable buttons is a nice plus. So this stays in this bag. And then also in here, I keep my charger for my MacBook. So I'll have a charger for that as well as my MagSafe cable. And what I love about the MacBook charger is that it's USB-C. And so I can use this to pretty much charge any of my devices that I've already taken out and shown you guys. I also like to keep small stuff like my AirPods case is always going to be in here. And then of course I keep my card readers. Now, yes, the MacBook does have a SD card reader on there, but a lot of the cameras I use CF Express Type B cards, and so I normally like to have at least 2 card readers on me at any given time, because normally I'm working with other creators and we're transferring footage or sharing files, so I'll use one and I'll let them use the other. And then the SD card reader on this Lexar is actually a little bit faster than the one inside the MacBook, so I tend to go this route when I'm traveling. Now, a huge sort of, I guess I'll call it a hack, is to keep a full-size HDMI cable in your bag. Now, when I'm traveling, specifically when I'm going into hotels, being able to just connect HDMI into their existing TVs makes my editing workflow so much better when I'm on the go. Now, yes, I have a 14-inch MacBook, which yes, I technically could pay to go up to a 16-inch, but the 13 is much easier to travel with. And when I need a monitor, most hotel rooms have a TV that you can connect into. So having an HDMI cable, huge game changer. And then I just keep some extra USB-C cables in here. I keep a backup lightning cable in here, because even though I have USB-C on all my devices, every now and again you run into somebody with an older iPhone who needs lightning. So I'll just keep a backup cable in this bag just in case. And then of course, I can't go anywhere without having a spare set of contacts. I use contacts and I absolutely need them. I switched over to one-day contacts, and so if I'm ever in a pinch or I have a contact that falls out, as someone who shoots a lot of video, you got to be able to see your screen, and so I always keep a backup pair of contacts in my travel kit. Whew, all right, it's getting hot. It's time to get out of here. You know, personally, I have found that when it comes to being a professional creator, it's not always about things being super convenient. I mean, sometimes you have to come out and shoot a video out in the sun and get all sweaty and gross in order to get it done. But sometimes you have to figure out a way to take your tools with you on the go. And so finding those tools that are gonna make your creative pipeline easier and more effective, well, that's what you ultimately got to do. So thank you again to Logitech for sponsoring this video, sending me out the creator console. It absolutely is a tool that I can recommend, especially because of how small and lightweight it is. You can absolutely travel with it and make your creative process so much easier. So of course, I'll have links to that along with everything I talked about in this video down below in the descriptions. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'm gonna get out of here before the sun comes back, which it already looks like it did. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.